Good afternoon, good morning, good night, depending on where you are connecting from. My name is Fabrizio Lamberti, and today I will provide you with a very brief overview of the PhD program in computer and control engineering that I'm coordinating since a few years. Um, its main goal is to train new researchers in these areas. And this is why this PhD program is managed by the Department of Control and Computer Engineering. The department is also the place where the students find most of the facilities and services they need along their PhD path. The department hosts 15 labs managed by the research groups that are active also in collaboration with other departments. And these labs offer state-of-the-art hardware and software technologies available to all PhD students and other staff. The department also features two advanced and experimental teaching labs, as well as two specialized centers, including the HPC at Polito, which provides high-performance computing resources for many research projects at Politecnico. In this slide, you find some of the strong points of our PhD program, which is very well established, as over the last year, we put a lot of efforts to improve it in terms of regulations, of organization, support to students, and we receive a lot of recognition worldwide for the quality of the PhD students we trained. One of the reasons behind this success is the quality of the research groups working in the department. As in order to learn how to be a researcher, it is really important and crucial to be part of top-level research groups. Another strong point of our PhD program is represented by the important international connections that we have with other research centers, other universities, and other industry researchers around the world. These allow us to remain always updated in our fields, but also let us provide our PhD students with several opportunities for cooperating with other colleagues and for visiting these colleagues for their periods abroad. Finally, and not less importantly, the department and the research groups of the department have quite a lot of connections, meaning contacts, but also research contracts with companies at the local, at the national, and at the international level. And these connections are essential for the research point, from the research point of view, because companies typically bring problems and search for someone able to solve these problems. And this is a key representation of what doing a research in a technical university, in our PhD program in particular, actually means. The claim that I made here are confirmed by the number of positions that we can offer, which have grown constantly over the last years, together with the number of available scholarships. And these slides include data for the 39 cycle, which are not consolidated yet, but still you see a further spike in terms of numbers over the last years. Roughly 75% of these scholarships are funded by private and public bodies at the national and international level. And in particular, based on current data, about 15% in the last cycle came from companies which believe that our activities in training PhD students are worth investing money. So I think this is a good evidence of what I was saying. Now, which are the activities that the PhD students carries out in our PhD program? Well, remember that the experience of a PhD student is strongly connected to the supervisor he or she is assigned to. And there are some training activities that concern attending courses, schools, and seminars, both internally and externally, which are meant to integrate the students' art and soft skills. Then a major element of the PhD path, which largely complements the above training, is represented by the research activities that are carried out in the group of the supervisor. The PhD student is asked to study problems, get to know the state of the art in the area, and then, of course, devise ideas and validate them experimentally. The PhD student activity is not limited just to studying, to devising ideas, to validating these ideas. It is crucial that the students learn quickly to present these ideas, to interact with the rest of the research community and companies, to explain these ideas and convince the others that these ideas are winning. So let me emphasize again the role played by the strong connections that we have with companies and other research groups worldwide, because In this way, we can offer you really the possibility to interact with other researchers in an interactive manner. Few words about the selection process. New research topics that could transform in a position, in a scholarship, are published on the website of the PhD program and are periodically updated. The topics mainly fall in the areas of interest of the department, which are listed here. My suggestion is to check the research proposal. We have just published those for the first call of the opening cycle, the fourth cycle, and contact the proposers as soon as possible to discuss the details. Now, besides listening to my presentation, I believe that another extremely effective way for you to obtain advice about this PhD program is to hear the voice of former students who can give you a different perspective. So this is the reason why I invited to join this meeting Eliana Pastor, who is a former student of this program and is now serving as assistant professor at Politecnico di Torino. So it's my pleasure to leave the floor to her. Eliana?
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me and for the possibility to share my experience with you all. So in my case, my interest in doing the PhD started during the master thesis, when I had a glance of what the research is. Like Professor Lamberti said, the opportunity to focus on a topic, to learn what is the state of the art, and try to do your part to advance it. And so the strong impact of the curiosity on the idea that you can specialize into the research field. And so that I had a glance I really had the opportunity to do into my PhD. And during the PhD, I realized that there are really other great opportunities. And I'm also here to confirm what the professors said on the opportunity to do research, not only in your group, but also to spend a period abroad to do research in other institutions, the opportunity to share your work in conferences, and thanks to that you create a really strong connection. You have the opportunity to be involved into multiple industry projects, and this gives you the idea of how to move also to a practical way to solve problems, so real world problems. And so both the opportunities with other universities and institutions and the possibility to be involved in the industry projects enables you to create a really strong connection, a strong networks, and that networks is of great value for any project you want to do, anything you want to do after the PhD, be it stay in university as in my case, but also move to other research institution or be part of the industry and companies. So I think that the PhD experience is of these programs allows you really to shape your journey depending on which are you're interested. So more interested into industry project, more interested into fundamental research, and what is something that is shared from all the journeys is that you have the opportunity to do your part on the research, and you really have a sense of it during this program.
Thanks, Eliana, for your words and of course for joining. I hope that these words will be inspiring and motivating for those willing to join us. This is my last slide, and before closing this presentation, I invite you once again to visit the website of our PhD program, starting from this link and then choosing the PhD program in Computer and Control Engineering, or framing the QR code with your smartphone. On this website, you will find, as I said, information about available research proposals, but also the list of courses that we offer to our students, which cover all the research areas tackled by the PhD program. We revised profoundly the offer last year. You will find also multimedia material prepared by our students and information about alumni, which might help you to familiarize with their activities. And the website also contains all the regulations that are valid for our PhD students and lists the stakeholders of the PhD program, as well as the typical career opportunities available at its conclusion. Finally, the website also contains the news regarding the program, and I would like to direct you in particular onto two news, one concerning the quality awards that are issued, as you hear, for the colleague from Professor Grivetta Loggia, are issued also in our PhD program to the best students, as well as the other news regarding the events that we periodically organize to foster networking. And within these events, posters and videos are produced by the students, and these are a further way for you for getting to know these students and the whole program. In case I missed some information or you need to know more about the PhD program in computer and control engineering, please feel free to send an email either direct to my personal address or to the address you see here, which is the official one.
Thank you very much, Professor.